Still a bit to go yet, I think.
Bon dia, good morning guys. We have a few really nice cool days ahead of us, which feels wonderful, and then there's going to be a big pocket of heat again, so we'll make the most of it. It will still get a bit hot, so we'll just see. There's some plants in my greenhouse I want to get in the garden, so I think I'm going to do that first and go see how many tomatoes we have today. It's gone a bit crazy how many we have. We are also working still a bit more on bits of land clearing that we can do. We had quite a scary day the other day. There was a fire and it was really close to our friend's house. Fires here are something we're very aware of happening, and when it's so close to home it just really rings true how easily it can happen and how it can happen anywhere. Albi is trying to get in the watering can. So yeah, it's made us just want to try and make our land as safe as possible. The realities of summer in Portugal are these fires, and it was horrible. Anyway, I'm going to go and get my plants. I am 25 weeks today, feeling absolutely enormous, and the fact that there's around 15 weeks more to go is alarming how big I'm going to be. Still feeling really good and have lots of energy at the moment, so that's nice. Should we go to the greenhouse, Dodo? So I have got some loofah plants getting quite long, so put you in the ground, and this is some amaranth and they're getting quite big now. I've got a red curry pumpkin. These are our favourite pumpkins and I've only managed to grow one. I'm a bit late getting it in the ground. And then this is a tomatillo. Again, a little bit late getting that in. We had this last year and it was so prolific, and we made lots of, what's the name of this sauce? I'll put the name on screen because I can't remember, but it makes a really delicious, kind of like a salsa. Anyway, hopefully that does well again this year and we can make lots of that. It's the purple tomatillo, it's really cool. There's a big cloud over us. It's not supposed to rain, but it looks like it's going to. We had a big gust of wind the other day, which ripped my shade that I had over here. But the plants seem to still be doing okay, so I'm hoping to grow the loofah up over it. And this cucumber's starting to get tall. We've got a honeysuckle and a passion fruit, so I'm hoping they'll eventually give some shade, but I don't think it'll be anytime soon. The garden is feeling very luscious, which is a very nice feeling. This loofah here. Another amaranth here. Hello, Joao. Got my gloves on. It's very important when pregnant, especially when you have lots of cats in your garden who might be pooping, because cat poo is very dangerous. Frankie buried a sock next to my chickpeas, so these ones are a bit floppy. Pop the tomatillo here. This is all a weed. I can't remember the name of this one either. I think it's an edible one, but it's quite a nice plant, so I'm just letting it take over this spot because there's nothing else growing here, so it's good for the soil to be covered. Put a tomatillo here, hey? The plant got pretty big last year, so it's got lots of nice space here. Got lots of mushrooms growing here. It's kind of strange to see mushrooms in July. Shows it's getting enough water. So this here is a mini butternut squash that my friend Karen gave me, and it is doing so well. And I have another one I've grown from seeds. I think I'll put it in a different place because this one's going to take over here. So this bed needs a little bit of weeding. Got some sunflowers here. Don't think they're going to get very tall. Bom dia! We've finally got a big tomato, a big red one. I think these are Curacao boys. I'll have to weigh him and see how big he is. I know we had another variety as well, and I can't remember what it was, but I don't think this is a Curacao, or beefsteak in English. Yummy!
It may be cooler, but it's definitely sweaty still. It is kind of trying to rain, which is amazing. Although it was this week last year, that it rained and killed all the grapes. So, fingers crossed.
It's raining on July 20th. I don't think we've ever experienced rain. Well, we've had some summer storms, but drizzle like this is very strange. I hope it's not going to impact the grapes and olives. But it's very nice. It smells amazing, that petrichor smell. Especially here, there's nothing quite like it. Kingfisher. Well, there we go. Are you grumpy about the rain sausage? Would you like it? And now the sun has come back out. What a strange weather day. Smells just so good though, doesn't it, Dodo? We're going to have a quick coffee and cake. I made cake the other day. Let me see if I can show you. It's courgette cake and I made it in the air fryer, which I really wanted to experiment with because obviously the oven would really heat up the house. So it has our eggs, our olive oil and our homegrown courgettes in it. So I feel very proud and it's very gooey and moist and yummy. So yeah, we'll have a quick coffee. It's a big bird. And let's see what this day is going to do.
Hello everybody. As you can see, the sun has now come back out again. One of those days. That is the first time we've ever experienced rain personally in July since we've lived here. Crazy. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a little chicken update. A few of you asked, and we haven't spoken about them in a while. So we have actually lost 3 of them this year. 2 of them in the heat. They were the oldest ones. And Darwin left, well, she must have been ill. She was absolutely fine. Walking around one evening, bouncing around on the deck, and then next morning she was gone. So that was a terrible shame. She was our favourite chicken. So yeah, now we're down to 2. So we're left with a dilemma, because at one point we had 11, and that was far too many. And now obviously with kiddo coming, we definitely don't want 11 again, because they take up a lot of time. Hi Joao. He's rolling about my feet, you can't see him, can you? Yeah, so we're going to commit to having a lower number again. We have 2 at the moment. We may go up to 3, but probably no more than 3. It's a nice number. He's now attacking my leg. So what we've decided to do is move the chicken enclosure, because it's very close to the house and there's basically no high shade. Like, it could go underneath the cork oak or some olive trees down somewhere else where there is more shade. So that's what we think we're going to do. And first things first is to take this fencing down, which is horrible. It's an eyesore. So I'm going to start doing that this afternoon. And I moved the first rock, and there was a wasp's nest under it. And just here, behind me, is another wasp's nest. So I've told Carissa to stay inside, at least for this first bit, because she's been stung 4 times this year and I've only been stung 1, so not that I'm trying to catch up, you know. And we are also in big bug season, so there could well be scorpions and all sorts in here. Right. So these wasps are in here somewhere, but I'm not sure where exactly they are. Pull this rock up. You watch yourself, you won't. There's a few sniffing around, but I can't see them yet. So the other nest is in this coil just here. It's a much bigger one. Not huge, but there's probably 20 odd. Apparently chickens like them, but I haven't noticed these lot. So this is one of those, you may think that I'm being overly cautious moving these, but in the summertime we get scorpions. Not sure what they're called, European scorpions. They get to about so big, and their tail is pretty much the same size as their body. They'll give you a nasty, nasty sting. We have banded centipedes that can hospitalise you, and of course snakes. And there is only one venomous snake in Portugal, the latest viper, but they're super rare, so not too much chance of seeing those. And downside to doing this in the summer. Might have to wet these. It's definitely mildly perilous, this. I can pretty much see them looking at me while I'm doing it. Did you ever see that film, March of the Penguins? It was narrated by, I think it was Morgan Freeman. And on the DVD it said, contains mild peril. Love it. It's like, not really dangerous, but maybe. They're definitely looking at me. To knock it off or not to knock it off? What should I do? Right, I'm going to guess that almost all of you guys are going to have said to poke it off, because mostly for your own entertainment, but also if I don't knock it off, they're just going to stay there, and that means we can't do any of this tidying up. The problem is they're inside this. It's a great place to build a nest, because I can't really get there, can I? Right, if they all kick off, I'm just going to leave you here and run away. Oh, Joao. He's a silly cat. Oh well, looks like I won't be doing that now. I promise I will in a bit. Okay, Joao has now gone, so we're going to try it. Right, I have a piece of bamboo, so hopefully this will work. Oh, wish me luck. Right, it's been about 10 minutes. I think we're mostly wasp-free.
Bramble, maybe.
If you want to. The wasps are still knocking about,
Oh, yeah.
because their nest's on the floor there somewhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they'll give up with it soon.
Yeah. I did have a thought that, is this where we'll put the fence in?
It's going to be close, isn't it?
Because whether you want to leave those posts.
I think in the ideal world it would be the other side of...
Yeah, this time.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe even between there and there, because Diogo will be able to go up behind. I'm not sure it makes any sense to build a wall behind that tree, because I'm pretty sure it's going to fall down. I'll show you what I mean about this tree now. There you go. So yeah, it makes no sense really to have a wall here, because this is always going to lever it up, isn't it? So I'm guessing that's why there's a gap there also. Slowly but surely this will be getting smaller. I should probably put a meter stick here, shouldn't I? Cool tree. Right, anyway, it's getting hot. I'm going to have a break for a bit.
So I thought I would share with you guys the sketches I've been working on. For the book I've mentioned a few times, I've had this idea to make this kids book about Frankie and her sock obsession. And I've never written a book myself before or illustrated a full book, so I have not really known where to start, but I'm kind of making progress now. I had all the text for the book written out on my phone in my notes app, and what I did first was kind of fill in all the pages with what text would be written and the illustration idea, or kind of the space for where the illustration would be. So I think is it 25, 26 pages, and then I've started illustrating them, and it's a bit overwhelming because I work very detailed and I know these are just the provisional sketches. Anyway, it takes a really long time to do each page. I've done 3 so far, and I'm just going to start on the 4th one, which I drafted up yesterday. This is the first draft of the first page, and I'm just trying to work out how to kind of work with the depth with adding this black bits in, so I've not quite figured that one out, but it's given me a really good base to work with. And then I decided on the actual size that I would print the book, so that's where this one is smaller, but this is a 2-page spread. But yeah, I did do a full A4 page similar to this to kind of get my ideas about the style of the book down, that is kind of informing a lot of this. So now I'm going to work on doing this page in fine liner pen, which is my favourite medium. I tend to always work with black and white. So yeah, it's so hard to draw people. There's lots of rubbing out here, and these are going to be like big sunflowers, I think. But I am sharing a bit more of this on my Instagram, so I'll leave my link to that, to my Instagram page, in the description if you are more interested in my drawing work. But it's a very nice project to have over the summer. And then I'm kind of thinking maybe this is optimistic of me, but if I have all the provisional sketches, then once I'm working on the final pieces, which will be on my favourite Bristol board paper, I'm going to buy like fresh new pens and have my favourite paper to do them on. Then once the baby is here, you know, if I do get pockets, even if it's just 20 minutes of time, it's something I can just sit and do without having to overthink. And just drawing for me, once I have the idea down, is very like meditative because I don't have to think too much. It's these initial sketches that are really like hard work, and then the rest is just very enjoyable. So that's my thinking. We'll see. It might take me 5 years to finish it. This video is kindly sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one website building platform. Whether you're scaling a business, opening an online shop, or you're just starting out as a creative and wanting to showcase your portfolio, Squarespace makes it super easy to create a beautiful website. Firstly, you can choose from hundreds of their award-winning design templates, which pretty much instantly gives you a professional-looking website. You can then start customizing their designs to fit you and your brand with so many different fonts, colours and stock photos to choose from. I love their easy-to-use commerce feature for my Calm Lines web shop, to which I've just added the first drawing from Frankie's sock book as both a physical and digital print. They provide everything you need, from payments to shipping and fulfillment options. If you feel inspired to create your own website, then you can go to squarespace.com/FrankieOffGrid for a free trial and to save 10% off your first purchase of a domain or website using our code FrankieOffGrid. You'll find a link in the description below, and a big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.
So guys, I'm sure you've guessed, we're making curry, fish curry. It's kind of like a Portuguese masala. We're using bacalhau, so the Portuguese style cod, and olive oil instead of more neutral oil, which is what I should be using. But I don't have any, so there you go. We're going out this afternoon to go to see some friends, and we're probably not going to get back till quite late. So we decided we were going to pre-cook food using some of our fresh tomatoes. So yeah, I just need to decide now whether to leave the fish to marinate until we get back and then fry it when we get back, or whether to fry it now and put it all together now. I think marinating it for longer makes more sense, don't you? Everyone's having a lazy day. The two dogs are asleep on the sofa. Carissa's drawing. So I figured I'd get some cooking done. It smells amazing. One of those ones I wish you could have smell-o-vision. Love it. So I'm just sautéing the last of the moisture from the tomatoes. Throw in the sauce a bit. So that's pretty much done now. I tried to do a presentation and give you a rice bowl upside down, but it didn't work. So it turns out the classic slop was best.
Looks delicious. Well, smells delicious.
I also added yoghurt.
Nice. Good job.
It was a bit spicy for you, so I added yoghurt.
Thank you.
Hopefully it's good.